Good evening, guys. So today I want to speak on humility a bit because I wanted to see if any of us any of us have any of these traits, and to pinpoint whether or not we exhibit any of these traits, because they are very important when it comes down to the kingdom and our walk with Christ. So we're going to start here. What is humility? Humility is the quality or state of being humble, free from pride or arrogance. Also, pride is of the Leviathan spirit. It's associated with the Leviathan spirit. It means having a realistic and modest view of oneself and one's abilities, and being open to learning from others. Humility can also involve recognizing the value and contributions of other people and being grateful for what one has. I got this definition from Bing, by the way. Humility is considered to be a desirable trait in leadership and in life in general. And it really is. When a person is humble, they're much more desirable than a person that has a lot of arrogance and pride about themselves. Humility is also something that would also draw the right people to you. Okay. Humility is of great value in the eyes of God. It's of great value. It's a great thing to have within your spirit. Okay. James 4:6 says, God resisteth the proud, but gives grace unto the humble. Pride represents a lack of humility. Okay. Pride represents a lack of these character traits. And resist means to fight against or to oppose. So God fights against and oppose the proud. He does not give grace to the proud. So we have to think about those things in our walk. Micah 6:8 says, Micah 6:8 also tells us to walk humbly with our God. We have to walk this walk in a humble fashion. This is a story I kind of wanted to tell a little bit. It has something to do with what I'm saying, but we'll see. So I was watching this TikTok not too long ago, and I was like, I was just scrolling, and I came across this lady. She was talking about pretty privilege and all that type of stuff. And she happened to be talking about the downsides of pretty privilege and things like that. And she was saying how one of them is that a lot of people will automatically try to humble you when you look a certain kind of way. And I had to think back, and I was like, that is so true. That is so true. But the thing about it is, people don't know that people that look a certain kind of way or are deemed beautiful in the eyes of society, a lot of these people already have low self-esteem. So it's not it's not a person's job to try to humble someone. God does that. God humbles a person. Life circumstances can be very humbling and all on its own. They really don't need a person to try to humble them. I know that a lot of times people will do it absolutely wrong in a demonic fashion, where a lot of times the guys, they will try to dog the woman out. If she's really beautiful, they'll try to dog her out, and she probably already in a low space. You just never know what's going on with a person just because of how they look. And then you have the women that will try to down everything that she does, how she looks, try to pick her apart, try to find flaws in her just so they'll feel better about themselves. And trying to find just stuff wrong with her just to make themselves feel better so that they can talk about her, or that woman or that man, because men, there's some beautiful men out here too. And I'm sure that they go through some of the same things. So what I'm saying is that people shouldn't be trying to humble somebody because they don't do it in the correct fashion. If that was somebody's place to do, it's downright demonic. People should have certain degrees of self-esteem, high self-esteem about themselves, because when you have low self-esteem, a lot of times you would just take anything in that moment, or you will put up with some of anything because of your low self-esteem. Having confidence and humility is two different things. We're supposed to be confident in what we're doing. We're supposed to be confident in Christ. We're supposed to be confident altogether. God don't want us to have low self-esteem and a low self-view about ourselves. And so I'm gonna give you guys some examples of humility. And I got this from a article, and it's by Chris Drew, PhD Chris Drew. Some examples of humility includes: you apologize if you are wrong. You do not boast about your strengths. You know your own weaknesses. You admit when you don't know something. You don't gloat about your successes. You graciously thank your opponent when you win. You are not a sore loser and congratulate people for beating you. Remember when I said that I will congratulate the person if they beat me? And it's real, I will, because congratulations. Seriously. You don't think you're above other people just because you're more successful than them. You know, that's an example of, great example of humility. A lot of people feel that if they're in a higher place, that they are better than the people that have not reached that level yet, y'all. You thank people who have helped you or invited you into their home. You honor your elders, parents, and teachers for helping you succeed. You graciously thank people when they help you. And you generously listen to other people and their opinions. Okay, a lot of these sound like, well, all of them actually sound like me. You don't compare yourself with others, especially those beneath your status, to make yourself feel good or superior. All right, those are examples of humility. And some synonyms for humility include meekness, modesty, quietness, and shyness. All right, some antonyms for humility are arrogance, pride, haughtiness, and egotism. So we don't want any of these antonyms. We want the synonyms. We want to be meek. We want to be modest and all of that good stuff so that we can be pleasing in the sight of God, and not to put any other people down just because they're in a certain space and you're in this place. That is wrong, y'all. And like I said, a lot of times the people will see a certain person that look a certain kind of way and automatically assume that they're not humble. And I feel like society, a lot of society and a lot of the things that were pushed through the media did this to people to make them feel a certain way about people that look a certain kind of way. Because God looks at the inside of people, man looks at the outside. And me, I've learned throughout the years that that's just not how you do that. You have to look at the person's inside versus the outside. The outside, if they look good, is just a plus. You don't know what's going on the inside of that person, okay? But yeah, guys, that is all I want to talk about today for now. I don't know if I'm going to come back with another video or not. We shall see. Put some of these things together to see if you are exhibiting traits of humility, because it is very much needed. It's very much needed for your heart space, for your mind, for your soul, for everything that you do. Even if you are in business, you need levels of humility in order to run a successful business, because your mindset is going to have to change. You have to be able to relate to people and give people grace, okay? Because everybody is going through something, you know, and people need grace in a lot of times. So yeah, guys, I'll talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye.